Welcome to The Explainer. Today we're tackling a super common frustration in the world of AI, and you've probably been there. You ask a simple question and get a totally useless answer. We're going to dig into why that happens and show you a brilliant solution that helps your AI get what you really mean.
It all starts with something so simple, right? A question just like this one. To you or me, it's an obvious request for a status update. But for an AI, well, this is a total black hole of ambiguity. It's thinking, which deal? Do you want financials, risks? What are the next steps? It has absolutely zero context, so it spits back a generic response that doesn't help you one bit.
All right, so here's our game plan for today. We're going to start with the vague prompt problem itself. Then we'll get into what this idea of prompt amplification actually is. We'll meet the tool that does the magic, the Prompt-Amplifier, and see how it works. After that, we'll talk about how you can build your own perfect prompt engine. And finally, we'll look at the big picture. The future of intent.
Okay, Section 1, the vague prompt problem. Or, when your AI just doesn't get the memo. And yeah, we have all been there, haven't we? You're trying to get a quick answer from an LLM, you fire off a short query, and the result is just disappointing. That's the problem in a nutshell. Our human shorthand, all the context we carry around in our heads, it just doesn't click for a machine that needs super explicit instructions.
So the solution is this really powerful idea called prompt amplification. Now, this isn't just about making your prompt longer. It's about making it smarter. It's the process of taking that short, kind of ambiguous thing you typed and automatically beefing it up, transforming it into this comprehensive, really well-structured prompt that an LLM can actually understand and execute on.
So how do we actually do this? Let's meet the tool that makes this whole concept a reality. An awesome open-source Python library called, you guessed it, Prompt-Amplifier. The best way to think of it is as a translator, a bridge between your simple human intent and the detailed commands the AI needs to hear. And wow, this slide just illustrates the transformation perfectly. On the left, that's our original vague question. But look at the right. This is the after. It's not a question anymore. It's a detailed, actionable request. It asks for a deal health assessment report. It lays out the exact structure, executive summary, key metrics, risk factors, and it even tells the AI which data to use. Now that is something an AI can work with.
All right, so how does it actually pull this off? It kind of feels like magic, but it's actually a very clever process. So let's take a little peek under the hood and see what's really going on.
It's basically a four-step pipeline. First up, ingest. You feed it your own documents, PDFs, Word docs, you name it. The system loads them all up. Step 2 is embed. All that content gets converted into searchable data, basically numbers the computer can search through really fast. Then, step 3, retrieve. When you ask your simple question, it goes and finds the most relevant bits of info from those documents. And finally, step 4, expand. It takes your short prompt and amplifies it using all that context it just found. Okay, let's talk about building your perfect prompt engine, because this is where things get really cool. This isn't some rigid, one-size-fits-all tool. The real power here comes from its incredible flexibility and control.
See, you have complete control over every single component in that pipeline we just looked at. You can literally mix and match different parts to create a system that is perfectly tailored to your specific needs. It's like building with Legos. You just pick the pieces that work best for whatever you're trying to do. For instance, let's start with getting your data in. It doesn't matter what format you're using. PDFs, Word docs, Excel, CSVs, heck, even Markdown and HTML from a website. It can read data from pretty much any document format you can throw at it.
Next up, the embedder. That's the part that turns your text into searchable data. And you've got a ton of options here. You can go with free, local models that run right on your own machine, which is great for privacy and cost, or you can plug into the heavy-duty power of paid APIs from folks like OpenAI, Cohere, and Google. And finally, where does all this searchable data live? The vector store. And just like before, it connects to all the major players. You can run it locally on your laptop for smaller projects, or you can scale all the way up to powerful cloud solutions like Pinecone or Weaviate for the big, enterprise-level stuff. The choice is yours.
So when you put all this together, what does it all mean for the bigger picture? Well, it signals a really fundamental shift. We're moving beyond an era where everyone needs to become a master prompt engineer. This is about bridging that gap between humans and machines.
And this is the crucial takeaway right here. For so long, it's felt like we had to learn to speak machine, to bend our language into a way a computer could get it. But that's backwards. The real goal is to teach the machine to understand us. to understand our natural human intent. Tools like Prompt-Amplifier are a huge step in that direction. They do the heavy lifting of translation for us.
And that all leaves us with one last really exciting question to think about. When our tools truly understand our intent, when that friction between our ideas and the machine's execution just melts away, what kinds of problems are we going to solve next? What becomes possible? It really opens up a whole new world, and the only question is, what are you going to build?